I think that was the story. Obviously, the Dodgers had chances. They had runners on base, but those double play balls. And, you know, listen, credit the pitching staff of the Angels. Obviously, coming into this series, they weren't pitching lights out, but made the pitches tonight when they had to. Here, a ball down in the zone. Freddie Freeman to the first baseman. Great job of turning the ball here. Pages romp off the middle. They turn two, and that was the theme of the night for the Angels and how they were able to navigate through traffic.
Yeah, when you look at that, I mean, 5 double plays. I mean, that's a lot of double plays over the course of the game, and especially when you think you might have momentum on your side, you get a runner on base. Next thing you know, there's the double play, and it really helps the Angels kind of get out of the inning. And whenever you thought you had the pitcher against the wall to really put pressure on him, he found that pitch in order to get out of that traffic. So it really changed the whole dynamic of the game. There's no doubt about it. And I'll tell you, this is one of those things where we talked about, like, will the Dodgers still have enough in the tank to score more runs after you score 20? I mean, that is just baseball. It always finds a way, especially when you score a bunch of runs. You're always saying, did you save enough for the next game? Fortunately, the Dodgers only managed 2. You know, you have to turn the page, still have to win this series, but at the same time, just one of those days they couldn't figure out a way to kind of get things going.
Just weren't able to get any rallies going because of those 5 double plays. Give the Angels pitching staff some credit in this game. On the flip side for the Dodgers, Dustin May, it's a bit of a mixed bag for him tonight. Nomar, he had the 8 strikeouts, but really in that 4th inning, after giving up a 2-run homer in the first, ran into some command issues, hit a couple batters, and the Angels were able to put up 2 more runs in that inning.
You know, you were asking us about what do we expect from Dustin May? What are we looking for? And we talked about just consistency throughout the game, because this is what we've seen in the past. You know, he can look at numbers like 8 strikeouts. We know the swing and miss stuff is there. He can have some stuff that's devastating. Then all of a sudden, there will be some times when his ball seems to flatten out. All of a sudden, it seems to be more hittable. It doesn't have the same depth or the same movement. And then we also see maybe that lack of command. He doesn't necessarily put the ball where he wants, and now finds himself in trouble. And next thing you know, they're capitalizing on that, and there's a crooked number on the board. That's just one of the things that we've seen throughout Dustin May. We all know it's there. We've seen that. He breaks the internet. He's got incredible movement, and we also saw that again today. It's just a matter of being able to do that every single inning right now. I think right now for him, it's just he'll have one of those innings where all of a sudden he just loses it, but kudos to him. We know he's a competitor. He battles back. He doesn't give up. Then he finds it. Then he goes out there, and by that time you're looking at the pitch count and starts to get up after that 1 or 2 innings where he may have lost it, and you start seeing that, which probably just restricts him from going a little bit deeper in the game. But nonetheless, despite all that, he still gives you a chance, an opportunity to try to come back in this game.
Yeah, that's the thing to it. That first inning, Moncada 2-run bomb before really we could sit down and blink, and then he's able to navigate it in that 2nd, 3rd inning. He starts to make some pitches, and that 4th inning gets hit another with a 2 spot. So once again, the stuff is there. The consistency kind of loses that a little bit this start from time to time. I'm anxious to hear his interview tonight and see how he felt about his outing. He didn't have his ace stuff, but when he did have it, variety of pitches, he looked absolutely nasty. So once again, in order to pitch at this big league level, you have to be on. I don't care who you're playing, whether it's an Angels team that's trying to find their footing or you're playing the 27 Yankees. You got to make sure you bring your A game every single night. So again, I want to hear what Dustin May has to say, because the stuff is there. The consistency is just not quite there yet.
All right, we'll hear from Dustin May coming up on our post-game show. But
Dustin was searching. He wasn't comfortable, certainly, with his throw. You know, obviously there's some good throws in there, but then obviously the walks, the hit batsmen, it's just creating traffic for himself. And, you know, unfortunately, a couple big hits by those guys.
Is that some issues with the last few? Is that just something that working its way back after they see so much time, or what? Is there anything else you sort of?
You know, I don't know. I think that, you know, he's had consistent outings where I think that I don't know if that's the case, because, you know, 3 starts ago, you see a consistent throw, execution, and the last couple outings, you see a little bit of, you know, the arm side misses and working behind in counts, and obviously frustrated with his performance, delivery. But yeah, it was good to see him at least get through 5 innings and, you know, give us a chance at least.
Would you see the guy have the sinker going today?
He did. You know, he really did. I think he doubled his strikeout rate tonight. The sinker was good. we just couldn't barrel them up. There were some double plays. It's hard when you have some traffic and then you hit into some double plays, and a couple of those balls were hit hard. But he did a good job navigating some stress, and third time through he incorporated the changeup, and it just seems like we just couldn't really figure him out tonight.
What do you make of the 5 double plays kind of ending some of the
Yeah, that's the thing, is that even the Freddie ball, the Shohei ball, these are balls that are hit hard, that are just right at him, and it's just kind of rally killers right there. But we just got to kind of flush it and look forward to tomorrow. Clayton making his 2025 debut, so it just was a forgettable night for us, and go out there tomorrow and try to win a ball game.
What did you see Shohei?
Yeah, that ball was pretty well hit. Base hit up the middle, the homer. He's just really seeing the baseball well. He's just doing everything and more than we could have asked.
19 ones right back to the next night. There's just kind of no.
It's baseball. I know you hear that a lot. It is baseball, and you. Not on the heels of a night where we were swinging the bats really well, and tonight obviously we struck out a lot, hit into some double plays, and it wasn't from lack of preparation or let down. We just wasn't our night.
What kind of impression has Kim left on you his first few games?
What's that?
What kind of impression has Kim left on you his first few games?
He's been good. He's fun to watch. He just kind of has a magic wand right now. He's taking good at bats and putting the ball in play, and when you can do that, good things can happen. And so I just like his at-bat quality.
Dustin, when you look at this outing, what did you find just kind of navigating through their lineup? It kind of seemed like you were trying to get in sync, maybe searching here and there a little bit tonight.
Yeah, it was kind of all around bad. I'm kind of glad they were swinging, because if they weren't, I might not have gotten out. So it was good that they were attempting to hit it, because I wasn't throwing very many strikes.
Why do you think that was? Was that just kind of something you were feeling for yourself personally kind of through this one?
Yeah, I mean, the bullpen pregame wasn't very good. Just felt out of sync, out of whack. Just weird night.
Dustin, 95 pitches. I mean, how satisfying is it for you, though, to get out there and get that number of pitches, in consecutive starts?
No, I mean, it's good to be able to get out and get reps. I definitely wish I could contribute a little bit better than I'm contributing right now. Hopefully it turns around, but definitely not doing what I expect out of myself right now.
But did it seem like, 8 strikeouts, obviously you had some good stuff out there. Was it just like, man, any mistake I'm making right now, they're hitting?
No, I mean, they were swinging at pitches that were not really great. So like I said, I'm glad they were swinging at him, because I didn't throw very many competitive strikes tonight.
Hey, you look at record-wise, guys are different. What did they do so well, though, allowed them to get this win today?
I mean, they put the ball in play when it was a strike and hit it hard. It's kind of hard to get outs when you don't throw strikes. So.
Nomar, let's go Access 360 on Shohei's Sweet 16th.
Well, okay, you might be down in the count, behind the count, you're 0-1, but you're still just looking for a pitch that you can drive. He gets a breaking ball on the inner half and puts a beautiful swing on this one to drive it out to center field. What's great, what we're seeing lately is, even the lower half may clear, but now his front side, his upper half still stays closed, where when he gets himself in trouble, both have a tendency to go at the same time. But his head's down, he stays through the ball with such power, drives it out 416 feet. Such a beautiful swing by Shohei Ohtani.
Listen, Shohei is generational. We know that. We talked about him probably 5 days ago, maybe a week ago. Barry Bonds comparison. I think, to me, he's more Ken Griffey Jr. He reminds me of Jr., the way he's able to hit all pitches and able to capitalize on mistakes. He's got power to all fields. He'll go the other way, pull side, and also dead central. Incredible play.
Once again, doing damage against his former team, but it's his former team, the Angels, that get the win tonight, 6-2.